Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, today was quite busy, was a bit on the road, but I still try to keep you busy with some shorts. I don't really like the shorts videos because you lose a lot of information. Some people who watch them for the first time, if you watch a 60-second short video about a chart, yes, it's good for the people who know the context, who've seen previous videos, who are joining the channel, and you guys know the TA, and how I think and stuff like that. But if you see only a 60-second video and you will start to think too simplistic about the market, that's why I don't like them too much. But they can be a nice addition, especially when you're on the road. Right, I want to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. Let's zoom out. Let's just take a look at the price structure of the June lows. Just want to explain a few things here, my thought process, and my strategy as well, because I had a few questions. But before we dive deeper into the analysis, first a few words about the sponsor of today's Bitcoin video, Chartprime. Chartprime is a service that provides specific TradingView indicators. There are 5 specific and unique indicators that you can only get through Chartprime if you sign up to one of their plans. These are based on quite complex algorithms and formulas and can be helpful in identifying trade setups, which means they can provide additional signals that could support your trading. Indicators can, for example, also be useful to support Elliott Wave counts to give more confidence. Of course, you don't need to apply Elliott Wave to use Chartprime, and the combination of their indicators alone can provide trade setups and signals as well. They currently offer a 30% limited time discount, so if you are interested in this, check it out. Of course, bear in mind that no indicator works 100% of the time. Here's an example of the Bitcoin chart with one of the range indicators. This indicator combines various indicators in itself, so you can adjust it to your needs, but it basically shows your range resistances, different support resistance levels based on different time frames, and it categorizes them based on their relevance. And this indicator provides you with dynamic support and resistance bands to which the price is reacting. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure that you use the link in the video description and on their website. You can also read through testimonials and you can join their Discord community, which you can join in case you have any questions about how to use those indicators. So first of all, we still have the bearish chart on the table. The bearish chart is still a very likely possibility, WXY. It turned from an ABC into a WXY. That would mean that we can still get another low in a wave 5. So basically after this WXY, that might take us into the 30K region. We can still get 5 waves down. Now, this is just something which is still fairly likely, A, B, C. Instead of a 1, 2, 3, we have an ABC in a Y wave and could come down. However, I'm ignoring that. And I have been ignoring it for a while. I'm just pointing it out so that people don't go all in or whatever. I just need to make you aware and make you understand that it's still very likely that we haven't seen the bear market low. Nevertheless, we did hold a lot of support levels. We held all the support levels recently that are highlighted, which are really relevant for the larger structure and for putting a bull market in place. Now, that doesn't mean the bull market is starting, but it means I'm ignoring bearish counts. And I did say that now. I've been saying that for a while because I continuously get the question, can you not show the bearish detailed count? There's no point. It's not worth anything if you are above key support. So I'm trading for the upside, and I have been trading for the upside for a while for good reason, because we are above support, and there's no point trying to trade a bearish count if we're above key support. It's not worth anything and it will not help you with trading. So that's one thing. So that's the bearish count. WXY, we can still come down. A bullish count is very simply that we put a bear market low in place in November and that we've been rallying in 5 waves to the upside. That was then the top here in February, and we can consider that maybe a wave 1. There are different scenarios. I don't want to confuse you all. I'm maybe tomorrow in the member live stream or maybe in the week after. I want to go through all the different scenarios just to give people an in-depth view of what's possible, what's not possible. And I also don't want to go through all of these scenarios in this video because it will take a while and it will confuse a lot of people. So we do it as we always do it. We take it level by level, but the trend is up. Yeah, I've mentioned it so many times. We've had 5 waves up. We've had a correction down in a wave 2. So 1, 2, that's the bullish count. Yeah. And even if this is not in the end what might, because it could just be an ABC, right? So the 5 waves up could be an A wave. The move down could be a B wave. And the move up now could be a C wave upside, yeah, into the 30K region. That might also be an explanation why we have, just take that out, why we have seen such a short correction here of the February highs into the March lows. It was time-wise very short. So I'm considering also that this wave 2 was actually a B wave. And as I just said, WXY pattern to the upside could be the bearish count. And in the Y wave, you've got this A wave, B wave, C wave. The reason why I'm considering is because this move here was so short, time-wise. Yeah, I mean, it reached the support area, but if you consider this move to the upside started in November, and it took basically from November, December, January, February, right? So you've got a few months, and the correction took only like not even a month, I think. I don't want to say it's too short, but it's just something where I'm thinking, right, it could be a B wave, because B waves are among the most variable waves in Elliott Wave. So it's just something to keep in mind, but I'm still trading to the upside. One reason why I'm trading to the upside is also the daily RSI, which I highlighted to you, I think a week ago before it started to pump. I think a day after it just started to pump. You can go back and watch the videos back then, but I did highlight and also pointed it out on Telegram and Discord that the daily RSI was in the oversold territory. The daily RSI is a bit of an OG signal, right? Especially with Bitcoin, it works very well. When it's below 30 or hits 30, it's typically a buy signal, a very clear one. It works like 80% of the time. What doesn't work so well is the oversold, is the overbought. So when Bitcoin is oversold, and this is why I mentioned it on Telegram, Discord, that it's basically a buy signal, and it's one that works quite well. You know, I don't normally use indicators so much, but you still have all those circles here from the video when I showed it all. Yeah, so that's something worth mentioning. And because of that signal, I mean, I hope a lot of you had a really good trading week, because it was really good, and I don't want to say easy to make money, but it was straightforward. Yeah, because we had a huge buy area down here, and we had another huge buy area here in yellow. Even though that one, Bitcoin missed it by $50, but a lot of the altcoins came back into it. Yeah, and Ethereum as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm trading it on the long side, yeah, because of these reasons. And also, before we head into the bearish count, there are a lot of support areas on the way. So we want to talk about that as well. If we come down lower, there will be a lot of support areas. We take it level by level. But for now, we are in a scenario where it could very well be that we are already pushing up in a third wave. So basically saying that we had here a wave 1, we came down in a wave 2, and we might be rallying in a third wave already. Now, other scenarios are possible. There's nothing in this market that would tell us this couldn't fail, okay? Nothing. The setups fail all the time, okay? So be aware of that as well. But it's all about tactics. It's about strategy. I mean, what do? I mean, I took some profits. I took of the positions I bought here, and I bought a lot down here. Also for the hardware wallet, I took 40% off, just because, you know, at some point, if you're trading for an income, you need to pay yourself at some point. Yeah, you can't just hodl. You need to pay yourself for an income. Which I did. I then plan to buy back a little lower. If we come back, yeah, I'm trying to buy the pullbacks. Now Bitcoin, I would have bought that pullback, but we didn't come back deep enough. So I didn't buy that one. But if we come back again a little lower, and we talk about that in a minute, then I will buy back in. But yeah, I will buy pullbacks along the way as those setups are getting real. But for now, we don't have that strong pullback. That will eventually happen. There will always be a pullback, so I'm going to buy that. But I'm trading on the long side, yeah, ignoring the bearish count for now, even though that is still very likely. But as I always say, you don't trade the count, you trade the setups. So that's sort of where we are so far. At the moment, I don't see a clear setup. Yeah, the setup was here. Bitcoin missed this one by $50, but all the other coins I'm I'm looking at reach their support area. So we had lots of setups this week that all worked out. A lot of people try to go short, critical, yeah, in an uptrend anyway. I had a few comments of people who sold it all up here. Again, what I always try to highlight, I'm emphasizing very strongly scale in to support, scale out in resistance. If you are someone who goes all in and all out and it works for you, fine, great. It doesn't work for me. So I like to scale into support, scatter support areas, scatter and spread buy orders in support areas, and then pay myself gradually in resistance areas and buyback and pullbacks. Not go, sell everything. I said very clearly in previous videos, of these positions I entered down here, I'm keeping a core, 50%. Now I still have 60% of the Bitcoin Ethereum positions I bought down here that took profit somewhere up here. I can't remember where exactly. And all the altcoins I entered, I still hold in this green area as well. So that's sort of just tactically speaking, just to give you a bit of a background. The thing is, I also want to emphasize anybody who feels FOMO, two things about that, because you might not have entered for whatever reason, if you haven't entered. Now, if this really is the bull run, we are so early, so you haven't missed a lot. And there are setups every day, okay? So also that, no need to FOMO. Whatever you do, don't do it from a point of, emotion. So in the very short term then, at the moment, the scenario I'm following here is either that in the very short term, obviously we bottomed down here in a wave 2, that's the idea. We rallied here in a wave 1, we came down in a wave 2, and we're now rallying in a third wave. Now, I don't really believe that. So I don't think this is already a third wave rally, unless it really starts to rally now completely and escalate. I think we still have a chance that either this here is just a high B wave, because the move up, well, while it is impulsive on some coins, it looks a bit like a three-wave structure. So either this is a high B wave and we come down and see. Now, I've seen a few people who try to short here. Well, we haven't had a short signal, right? I haven't seen one. So we haven't really had any 1-2 setup to the downside. And also be aware there is a slight chance we just go through here higher. So consider that, which is why scaling is so powerful, right? Not all in, all out. So, I mean, for me, this is not a short setup. This is, if it gets back into the yellow area, I would add up, right? From my point of view. So this could be A wave down, B wave up, C wave down. That's still possible. We need to consider that as long as we are below 27,550. Another possibility that there is that this wave 1 was never finished. That is finished here. Yeah, that's why I highlight here alternative 1. So that means with one more wave up here, we could complete that. At the moment, we only have 3 up here in this movement that started off the 15th of March. If we get 5 up, we can count that as a whole wave 1, and then we should get another wave 2. And that's why it's so powerful, me, for example, taking partial profits up there. If it rallies, I'm happy because I kept my core position and 10% of my floating position. But if it comes down, I can use those profits and reinvest. So that's sort of my view, my point here. So be aware that I think if we come down again, that yellow support area will become relevant again. And it remains my view that against 21,050, we can focus on higher. So it's in an uptrend, right? It's not, for me, there's no short setup here, but people should, it depends on the time frame. There's no right or wrong here. There's also no right or wrong in terms of do you go long here or short. It depends on so many factors. Your cash flow, your portfolio, do you use leverage or not? There's so many factors. So I often see these questions in the comments. It's just not possible to answer. And I'm also not legally allowed to. So, and then here, if we really zoom in, this yellow, another wave up would be likely as long as we hold 26K. Below 26K, we need to consider that this was an overshooting B wave, because below 26K, we're basically breaking below the level, which would be likely for a wave 4. Yeah, so this could be a wave 4, which is currently coming down here today. Typical, it's Saturday. It's Saturday, actually it's Sunday now, but a typical Saturday with wave 4. So yeah, 26k is the 50% retracement. We've reached the support area for relevant wave 4 already. So let's see if it is going to react on Sunday and create a bit of movement. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.